What it is, guys, this your boy King Mike D Games coming at you with my last video as of now. The game I'm going to be playing while I'm chatting with you guys is Puzzle Fighter, as you can see. um, this is a video I dreaded to make, but I felt that I needed to make it for you guys because you guys are like family to me and I appreciate you guys a whole lot. um, Basically, tomorrow I will be going to jail. Yes, I will be going to jail. The reason for it was I was defending a pregnant woman. I was defending my son's mother while she was 7 months pregnant. Now, this situation happened 2 years ago, but just barely started, coming to an end, basically the beginning of this year. Basically, while she went home, she got into a physical altercation with her brother while I was there. I tried to break them up several times. They both are pushing each other back and forth. Now, mind you, she's 7 months pregnant. So you have a pregnant woman, basically going toe to toe with a man. And I'm trying to break the whole thing up. Finally break it up a few times. One time when he pushed her, her stomach hit the edge of the dresser. And yeah, it was pretty bad. After that, he started throwing her perfume bottles on the ground. Glass got in her feet because she didn't have any shoes on. So broken glass got in her feet while she's 7 months pregnant, mind you. Finally get them broken up. Finally get her to go in the bathroom. Finally get him to stay in the room. They're still jawing at the mouth, going back and forth. So he comes out of the room and says, basically, if you come out of the bathroom, I'm going to knock you out. And of course, then that's when I come in and say, what makes you think that I'm going to sit here and allow you to do that? And that's what any man would do, But honestly, let's be real. Any man, when the first time he put his hands on her, would have knocked him out. Period. Any man. This is your child. This is your mother, or your sister, or anybody, any woman for that matter. You see anybody doing this to a woman, you're going to assume like, no, it's not going to go down like that. So basically, I'm by the bathroom door trying to stand guard because they're still going at it heavy. He tries to lunge forward as he's going, like trying to hit her. And I hit him one time in the mouth. I broke his 2 front teeth and basically broke his whole jaw. Now, of course, violence was not my first thing that I wanted to do because violence is the last thing you're supposed to do when especially if you can diffuse a situation, diffuse it without violence, But in this case, I could not sit there and watch that go on any longer, especially when he's about to punch her. It's like, how much do you expect someone to sit there and watch? You know what I'm saying? So basically, long story short, was going to court for this whole thing. The judge said, basically, this is what happened. After we took her to the hospital, they checked the baby out. The baby was fine. My son is 2 years old now. This situation is 2 years old. Pretty crazy. My son actually will be 2 March 22nd, but the situation happened 2 years ago. So the judge says basically that if I take it to trial, which I was going to do because my son's mother was going to testify on my behalf, if I take it to trial and I lose, but let's back up. This was the kicker. When we left, the brother and his other sister that was there, when they called the police, they lied and said that I pulled out a knife and said I'm going to kill everybody in the house. Now, mind you, I just got through hitting this guy and breaking his 2 front teeth and breaking his jaw. I didn't know that at the time, but so why would I need to basically break your mouth and then pull out a knife and say I'm going to kill everybody? It was bogus, and my son's mother was going to testify and say that never happened, which it never did. And basically the judge says, every deal we tried to give you, you have not taken. So if you want to take it to trial, I'm going to let you know the risk of taking it to trial. So he said if I take it to trial, I risk the least amount of time I can get for the terrorist threats if they find me guilty of it is 3 years in prison. The most time I can get if they find me guilty of assaulting him is 6 years in prison. And if I lose the whole case, that is 8 years and 8 months in prison. Now, mind you guys, I've never had a record prior to this. Never been to prison before. Never had anything on my record, violent or nothing like that. So for them to be doing this is very wrong. I even had a couple community activists trying to help me out with this case as well, because it's really injustice. What are you supposed to do when you see a man hitting on a pregnant woman, especially when the child is yours? What are you supposed to do? You know, it puts you in a very bad position, you know. And also I was upset with her, because why would you put someone in that, why would you want to fight at 7 months pregnant? You should be thinking about the child, you know, first and foremost. But nonetheless, he told me, if, you know, I'll give you a deal, which it's not really a sweet deal, not a good deal. He said, I'll give you a year in jail, 26 sessions of anger management, 100 hours of community service, 2 felonies, and 2 strikes on your record. Now, mind you, I'm thinking about my children at this time, you know, because I have 2 little children, and I want to spend at least amount of time away from them. Of course, I don't want any time at all, but taking it to trial would have been too risky for me. You know, taking it to trial, possibly getting 8 years, the minimum 3 years is too much, especially for someone's real first offense. You know what I'm saying? It's too much. So I took the deal, and that's why I am going to jail tomorrow. I took the year deal, but since it's county jail time, it's 6 months. LA County Jail, for people who don't know, is pretty full. So they usually let people out sooner than later, especially when your time is almost up. So I've kind of read around, talked to a few people, and I might do probably maybe 3 to 4 months. There's no guarantees, of course. You know, the most amount of time I can do is 6 months, but it's so overcrowded in there, and they're just trying to get people out who time is very short and near. So that's why I was saying I could be going for 6 months when I first started letting you guys know, but praying for the least amount of time. So I just want to say thank you for everybody who's been watching me and supporting me. This is an unfortunate situation to be put in. They're basically saying that we can't even protect our family out here. You know, I don't like to get into politics on my channel at all, but let's look at the situation they put me in. You know, I've heard stories of people going to jail for protecting their home from burglars. You know what I'm saying? And they getting in trouble for protecting their home and their family. So basically, for me protecting a pregnant woman, they're throwing the book at me with no priors. Pretty crazy, right? But this is the system that we live in, unfortunately. But I want to thank everybody for watching me for these last, man, I've been doing YouTube. This is going on 2nd year. Like I said, I got 403 subscribers now. I never thought I would have made it this far. I want to thank you guys. You know, when I come back, like I said, I'm going to come back strong. I got a lot of things to take care of when I get home. But I'm still going to drop videos for you guys. I am going to be up for a while. So if you guys drop a comment, I will reply back to you. If you leave a comment in the morning before I leave, I will reply back. If I don't, I'm not being rude. It's just that I'm leaving my phone here when I turn myself in, of course. But I want to say thank you guys again. I told a couple of my buddies on my YouTube channel, they know what's going on. But like I said, I know I didn't have to let you guys know. People said I probably shouldn't, but, you know, I feel like people need to know some of the injustice that goes on in America. You know, doing the right thing can be the wrong thing and ruin your life. And this is what it kind of did to me, you know. But I'm going to be positive. I'm going to remain positive and come back on top. That's the only way I know how to do. That's what I've been doing all my life. So, again, thank you guys. Hold me down while I'm going. I tried to put out as many videos as possible, as you guys can see, and I was kind of overloading you guys just so you guys can have stuff to watch, content to watch while I'm going. Like I said, I'm going to come back stronger and better than ever. That's a fact. All right. Peace out. Love you guys. Hold me down. Peace.